been a while since I've made one of these videos. I haven't been consistent at all, but y'all know I got the most perfect excuse in the world, you know what I mean? So just got done with the C-12 course like last week. I just want to sit down and like talk about like what the experience was like, what it was like compared to like Common Core and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Document my little journey through the C-12 course. So it wasn't a long course, it was only like 3 months. And to be honest with you, it kind of, I mean, while I was in it, it didn't feel like it flew by fast. But now, like looking back at it now, I can start to realize, let me see if this thing is tilted properly. Oh no. Start to realize that it was pretty fast. Like, it moved by pretty fast. It was 3 phases. It was first, it's the Grobe phase. The Grobe being, it's the Grobe 120 TP, I think the name of the aircraft is. And basically it's just it's this aerobatic plane. It's a single engine aerobatic plane that CAE uses to basically, it's like an introduction to fixed wing. So first we fly the Grobe, that's stage 1, and then stage 2 after you finish with the Grobe. And the Grobe phase, I'm gonna tell you, the Grobe phase is pretty fun, man, because you start it, they teach you the basics, you know, like you learn traffic patterns, you learn steep turns, stalls, stuff like that. Like that's the type of stuff you learn in the Grobe. And the Grobe is not like your typical plane with a yoke, you know, like a regular yoke, like looks like a steering wheel. The Grobe has a stick like a helicopter. So coming from Common Core, where we learned to fly in the Lakota, where Lakota is obviously a helicopter, you learn to fly with the you know, collective and your cyclic. Well, the Grobe is kind of similar because the Grobe has a stick, so it's like the transition is it's a little smooth, you know what I mean? Like it kind of makes sense a little bit because you're coming from a helicopter where you flew with a stick, and you're going to a plane that also flies with a stick, so it helps with the transition going over into the C-12. So we did that in the Grobe. You do your check ride, which again is traffic patterns, steep turns, stalls, slow flight. I feel like there's more stuff and I'm not remembering them. But so you do your check ride, and after your check ride, or even sometimes I've heard before their check ride, you do aerobatics. So you put on a parachute, and mind you, the Grobe is its own 2-seater. So usually Common Core, it's you and the IP up front, and then the person flying second is in the back watching. Well, in the Grobe was just you and the pilot. It's just a 2-seater plane. So you put on your airbags, you put on your parachute, you get up there, and you're doing a whole bunch of air down. You're doing spins, you're doing barrel rolls, you're doing hammerheads, figure 8s, like all those cool stuff you see in like movies and stuff that you see people do. That's literally what we did in the air. And aerobatics was like 3 days, I want to say, and we did a lot of stuff in those 3 days, man. Like we did a lot of stuff in those 3 days. It was pretty cool. That's probably one of my most that's probably one of the most fun experiences, or the coolest things I've probably done, like in the Army, I want to say. Cause like not every day you meet someone that says like, yeah, I've done barrel rolls or figure 8s or hammerheads, and like that stuff is pretty cool, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. But we did that, and after we finished the Grobe phase, after we finished with aerobatics, we transitioned over to the C-12 or the King Air 250 or 300. We transitioned over to the sim period of it. So phase 2 is the sims. So first you go into sims, and the sims is like, I want to say, how many weeks was the sim? I don't remember. Probably like 3 or 4 weeks, I don't remember. But we fly in the sims, and the sims is basically you're doing a bunch of instrument stuff. So you're shooting approaches, and you're bypassing like storms and bad weather. Basically you're responding to TCAS. So like if there's another aircraft coming to hit into you, you gotta respond and get away from it. So like that was the type of stuff that was on the and you do some single engine emergency procedures and stuff like that, or other emergency procedures. It doesn't have to be single engine. We did a good amount of stuff in the sim period. It was pretty fun. And sim was pretty fun for me too, because my IP, his name was Mr. Kelly. So you know, I'm Kelly and he's Kelly, so that was pretty cool. But after simulator period, we went over into the very next day. We went over into the actual aircraft. So you know, I think they give us like 28 days. I want to say like we get a good chunk amount of days of training in the actual C-12. But you know, it's regular stuff again: steep turns, traffic patterns, engine malfunctions, like a whole bunch of engine malfunctions, like on takeoff, like in flight, on final, like a lot of engine malfunctions. So steep turns and engine malfunctions, slow flight again, similar to the Grobe phase. Stalls, but the stalls, we didn't do the stalls as aggressive as we did in the Grobe, because the Grobe is an aerobatic airplane, so it obviously could handle a lot more. So we took the stalls a lot further when we were in the Grobe, whereas in the C-12s, like, it was just the first indication of stall or the airspeed that you're supposed to have a stall at for your configuration. So let's say if the aircraft is supposed to stall at 105 in this configuration, we're gonna execute the stall recovery at 105 or at the first indication of a stall, whether that's, you know, all the indications, buffeting, all that stuff. But so slow flight, stalls, unusual attitudes, which unusual attitudes was also in the Grobe and the sim phase also. I forgot to mention that. But unusual attitudes, you gotta respond to those. Yeah, I think that's about it. And man, I'm gonna tell you, so for the actual like flying the C-12 portion, the third phase, we did some cool stuff, man. Like, we went down to Mississippi, this place called let me remember the name real quick, Stennis. We went down to Stennis. Stennis is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie to you. They have like this they have a millionaire down there, so it's like free food, which, you know what I mean, like, I love free stuff, you know what I mean? So free food, pretty cool. There's like a bunch of different, like, there's Navy there, Air Force guys there, like, everybody just goes there. I'm guessing for the food is not really free. It's like if you buy gas, then you pay $1 and you get food, and the food is pretty good. So it's like the Navy goes there, the Air Force goes there, obviously the Army goes there, the Coast Guard was there. So it's like, it was pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie to you. So there's this bunch of people there eating lunch. I'm just like, oh my god, aviation, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we went down to Stennis. That was pretty cool. And every day we like actually flying in the aircraft, every day we kind of went somewhere. Not every day, because sometimes we stayed local, like, because this time of the year weather was pretty bad, so a lot of days we stayed local, beat up the traffic pattern, did some up air work. But if not, then, you know, we go all over the place. So like, usually we go into Georgia, which it might, like, I'm in Alabama, it might sound like, oh, you flew all the way to Georgia. I mean, it is all the way to Georgia, but Georgia is so, like, in a plane, driving, it's like, you know, you're driving 3.5 hours to get to Georgia, you know what I mean? Or a little bit less, depending on what part of Georgia you're going to. But in the plane, it's like 10-15 minutes, and you're in a whole different state, doing upper air work, or going to some other airport to go do traffic patterns, you know what I mean? So we went to a couple different Army airfields in Georgia, went to some civilian ones too. Then so before you finish the C-12 course, you have to do a cross country. So for our cross country, me and my sim buddy and this other group, actually, we decided to go down to Vero Beach, which is down in Florida. And that was a pretty cool experience, man. Like, I even bought Sugar a shirt. I forgot how much it came out. I bought 2 shirts there. They were so expensive, but it's like who knows when again I'll get to do something like that, you know what I mean? So it's like, I bought the shirts, it was like $50 for 2 shirts. I was pissed, but, you know, I couldn't let it faze me, because, you know, I'm in uniform, you know what I mean? I'm a pilot, you know what I mean? I can't make it look like $25 per shirt faze me, but that fazed me, man. That cost some money. But I bought Sugar a shirt, I bought myself a shirt. It says Vero Beach on it. But the key thing about Vero Beach, why I bring it up, is KTTS. It's a NASA space launch facility, basically. It's like Kennedy Space Station. So it's like where they do all the launches and stuff down there, or SpaceX and all them do all them launches. A lot of historic launches down there. So we did an approach into KTTS and did it. I was on the controls, actually. Did a touch and go. And prior to that, like, coming in, when approach was like, all right, I'm switching over to NASA Tower. And I switched over and we're like, NASA Tower, so and so is, I was like, god damn, NASA Tower. And if y'all know me, y'all know, like, my goal is to be an astronaut, right? So something like that is like, I was just in there like, god damn, you could see over in the distance, you could see like the launch pads and the towers and stuff, and it's like, that was pretty cool. So we did a touch and go there, and then got out of there, and then we went over into Vero Beach, and the whole scenery in that area was pretty beautiful and pretty nice. So that was a cool experience for me, man. And yeah, that about wraps up the C-12 course. So now I'm here, did my check ride, I'm finished. After you finish, they give you this certificate and a challenge coin for completing, and then from there, now I'm just waiting on the Black Hawk course to start, you know what I mean? So so I've learned 3 aircrafts already. So I learned the Lakota, I've learned the I'll do this finger next. I learned the Grobe 120 TP. I might be saying that wrong. And then I learned the C-12. So I've learned 3 aircrafts. And then on to my 4th one, probably in like, I don't know when I'm gonna start. But yeah, man, it's been a journey so far, and I'm here for the ride. The wife's here for the ride. Ray is here for the ride. Yeah, man, we just chilling, man, enjoying life and going through. And I know I probably say the same thing every single time. You know, I'm gonna try to be a little bit more consistent with these videos and make some videos, because I have all my family members like, you haven't been making any videos, we don't see Raya, la-di-da. And it's like, yeah, I've been busy, bro. Like, I don't be having the time to really make it, because when I'm not at school, I'm studying for school, you know what I mean? And if I'm not studying, I gotta spend some time with the family, you feel me? So I try to fit in the videos every now and then when I can, but I'm gonna try to get the videos in, especially now that I'm on this little break. I'm gonna get the videos in. And it's the videos, like, I don't want y'all to feel like it's just like I'm not making the videos for y'all, because I make these videos more so for myself, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I like watching like my old, like I like looking at old pictures, so I like photo albums, and I like looking at like my old videos. I like rewatching them. It's like every now and then I'll sit down and I'll like just watch one of my old videos and remember. Or if Sugar is gone out of state or something, like I'll sit down and watch our videos, you know what I mean? So it's like, so I don't feel like I'm not making the videos because I don't want to show like my family members or other people like what's going on, because trust me, that's not the only reason why I make the videos. So if you really see me not making the videos, yeah, you know what I mean, like I've been busy. But yeah, man, the journey's been fun, bro. Like a little stressful, because y'all, you know, it's a little stressful every now and then, but you gotta sit down every now and then like this and like look at it and be like, and be thankful and be grateful, because I've learned my 3rd aircraft. Yeah, and I'm about to learn my 4th. And the King Air has a type rating, and then the Black Hawk also has a type rating. So I'm just giving thanks for life, man. Alright, deuces.